Welcome to the AppleTree Connections presentation on understanding the Registered Behavior Technician credential in the field of psychology and applied behavior analysis, and how earning that credential can lead to meaningful work now. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself and my company. My name is Tara Zeller. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst, and I work in the science of applied behavior analysis, or ABA. I have over 18 years experience as a behavioral practitioner and earned both my bachelor's of psychology and master's in HR change management from the University of Central Florida. My company, the AppleTree Connection, was founded in 2015, and we are committed to educating and training therapists, parents, and educators. We provide ABA consultation and therapy, parenting workshops, educator professional workshops, and RBT classes in partnership with the University of Central Florida Division of Continuing Education. We're here to talk a little bit about how the RBT credential is attainable while still earning your bachelor's degree. Now we'll talk a little bit about ABA. ABA, or Applied Behavior Analysis, is a branch of psychology. It emerged from the psychology of learning. B.F. Skinner is considered the founding father and is known for his work in operant conditioning. Some of the early contributors to Skinner's work include Ivan Pavlov for his work with classical conditioning, Edward Thorndike for his work with operant conditioning and the law of effect, and John B. Watson for behaviorism. More recently, Ivar Lovaas in the 80s developed the 40-hour model for early intervention in ABA therapy, which used some of the workings of the experimental analysis of behavior to apply to socially significant behavior for young children with developmental disabilities. It's the benchmark for what we consider our early intervention model for ABA therapy today. Applied behavior analysis as a science comes from behavior analysis, which is a scientific study of the principles of learning and behavior. The experimental analysis of behavior is a scientific foundation of the applied science. Applied behavior analysis focuses on influencing socially important behaviors through assessment of environmental variables and the application of behavior change techniques. The 7 dimensions of ABA provide a foundation of our field, and they were written in 1968 by Bear, Wolf, and Risley. Their article in the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis was called Some Current Dimensions of Applied Behavior Analysis. The 7 dimensions give an underpinning of the concepts and principles in our field. The first one is that our science is applied, and we focus on socially significant behaviors. It's also behavioral. We look at observable and measurable behaviors. It's analytic. We use clinical interventions that have control over behavior. The technological aspect is focused on the programming that is written in a way that everyone can run it. It's conceptually systematic, which is consistent with the concepts and principles of our science. It's effective, which means that interventions are successful in changing behavior. And the generality aspect focuses on the fact that behaviors are generalized beyond the therapy environment. Our goal is to help people enjoy their lives and make social significant change so that they can be free to work beyond the therapy environment. So what does this mean? ABA is truly a science with limitless reach. It helps us understand how the environment affects behavior. As I said in the beginning, when you hear about humans, we talk about the nature and the nurture side of things, where nature is the genetics. The nurture is all the things that we learn in the environments that we're exposed to. So although ABA is often synonymous with autism therapy, it's only one application of the science. So ABA can be used with any person regardless of diagnosis to increase behaviors that are appropriate or adaptive, and decrease behaviors that are maladaptive or problematic. The Behavior Analyst Certification Board is a professional board that certifies the professionals at each level. The certifications are recognized internationally. Their global mission is to protect consumers of behavior analysis services worldwide by systematically establishing, promoting, and disseminating professional standards. Their global vision is to solve a wider variety of socially significant problems by increasing the availability of qualified behavior analysts around the world. This includes RBTs as well. In our profession, there are multiple professional tiers that serve the client. You have your RBT, your BC-ABA, your BCBA, or BCBA-D. In the rest of the presentation, I will describe each of these professional tiers. But it's important to note that at the RBT level, you can become either a BC-ABA as your next step, or proceed directly to the BCBA or BCBA-D step in the professional tiers. Let's talk a little bit about those. The Board Certified Behavior Analyst, the BCBA or BCBA-D, which stands for doctorate. These are graduate level certifications which require a minimum of a master's degree in ABA, education, or psychology. To earn that BCBA-D, you need to have a doctorate in the same 3 fields. You can independently practice for behavior analytic services, and you supervise the work of the BC-ABAs and the RBTs. The BC-ABA is the Board Certified Assistant Behavior Analyst. That's our undergraduate level certification, which require a minimum of a bachelor's degree in any field. You can't practice independently, and your work must be supervised by a BCBA or BCBA-D, but you can supervise the work of an RBT. The RBT must be a minimum of 18 years old and possess a high school diploma or equivalent, and you must be able to pass a level 2 background screening. They're paraprofessionals practicing under the close ongoing supervision of a BCBA, BCABA, BCBA-D, or Florida Certified Behavior Analyst, or Florida CBA. That's no longer offered as a certification level, but you might see some of those in practice. The RBT is primarily responsible for the direct implementation of behavior analytic services to their client. The great news is you can earn the certification while earning your degree, because the prerequisite is that you're 18 and you have a high school diploma. And the need for the RBTs far exceeds the current supply. Opportunities are abundant, both locally and beyond. And the RBT certification is nationally and internationally recognized. If you have a passion for helping, this certification is for you. Who do RBTs work with? As an RBT, you could work with children with developmental disabilities, including autism, neurotypical children, or children with a variety of disorders. You might work with adults, such as brain injury patients, those with developmental disabilities, or geriatrics. Or you could work with animals in training facilities. RBTs work in a variety of settings. Some examples of locations you may work in as an RBT include in-home, in school, in center, at a group home, or even an animal training center. But just to note that the setting you work in will depend on the company you work for and the clients you work with. The RBT's impact. You will teach important skills such as communication, social skills, gross and fine motor, and behavioral control. You will teach a person to be independent. You will facilitate the person's full inclusion in all family activities, the general education classrooms in their schools, and in their community. You will get people involved, like moms, dads, siblings, peers, teachers, community members, employers, and coworkers if working with adults. And you will be fulfilled. Your impact on the lives of your clients will last a lifetime. Steps to becoming an RBT. Step 1. Complete a 40-hour training course. The Appletree Connection provides this course in partnership with UCF Continuing Education. The registration can be found at www.ce.ucf.edu/program/RBT. Step 2. Pass a registered behavior technician competency assessment. You are responsible for completing this step on your own, but graduates of the Appletree Connections program gain exclusive access to our employer partner program with local agencies that can help you with this step. And step 3 is that you pass the RBT board certification exam. The 40-hour training course per the BACB. The training program must be based on the RBT task list and designed to meet the 40-hour training requirements for the RBT credential. The RBT task list topics include measurement, assessment, skill acquisition, behavior reduction, documentation and reporting, and professional conduct. The duration of the course must be at least 40 hours with 3 hours dedicated to ethics and professional conduct. It can be an online course or an in-person course, and the training must be completed in a maximum of 180 days. And these programs are always offered independent of the BACB. Our premier training course. The Apple Tree Connection, in partnership with UCF Continuing Education, provides a course that goes above and beyond the BACB requirements. We cover the RBT task list and engage in practice activities to prepare you for the job. We meet weekly for feedback and modeling. It's an 8-week course, and you can meet in person, or we have a live stream option as well. You will be awarded a certificate upon completion of your 40-hour training. Remember, this is step 1. Competency assessment. The assessment is based on the RBT task list, where you are observed completing a series of tasks, either performed with a client or by role play. It must be completed with a BCBA, BCBA-D, Florida CBA, or BCABA. If you do not successfully complete a task, you will be given feedback and an opportunity to try again until you successfully complete it. It may take several sessions to complete. RBT Supervisor. Your supervisor provides direct supervision to the RBT and is responsible for the actions of the RBT. They must be a BCABA, BCBA, or BCBA-D. They may also be licensed in another behavioral health profession, but must work under the oversight of a requirements coordinator. Their name appears in the RBT registry for you. The RBT may not be related to, superior to, or the employer of the supervisor providing training, assessing competency, providing supervision, or serving as a supervisor. Registered Behavior Technician Board Examination. Before you can register for the RBT exam, you must create an account at www.bacb.com and submit the following documents. Your 40-hour training certificate. The Apple Tree provides this upon graduation from our course. Signed and completed competency assessment. Remember, our employer partners can help you with that. The name of your supervisor, which will most likely be the person who completed your competency assessment, and the proof of your background check. The exam will consist of 85 questions. Only 75 multiple choice questions will be graded. You will have 95 minutes to complete the exam, and questions are based on the RBT task list. Upon completion of the exam, you will find out the result immediately. Here's the board exam question breakdown as of 2018 from the board's website. Task list A measurement has 10 questions and 13 percentage points. For B assessment, 8 questions, 11 percentage points. C skill acquisition, 24 questions, 32 percentage points. D behavior reduction, 12 questions, 16 percentage points. E documentation and reporting, 10 questions, 13 percentage points. And F professional conduct and scope of practice, 11 questions, 15 percentage points. We got this information from the BACB's website. Benefits to working as an RBT. You can get paid work in your field of study. There are many job opportunities, both locally and beyond. You gain experience hours towards a graduate degree, and it looks great on a resume. You receive direct supervision and guidance, and it's a career path. You can choose to stay on the path as an RBT or grow into a BCABA, BCBA, or BCBA-D. The certification is borderless, and you can take your certification with you to another state or even country. Many companies offer flexible work hours to fit your schedule. Throughout the world, there are over 28,000 RBTs and over 25,000 BCBAs and BCABAs. But don't just take my word for it about the benefits to working as an RBT and your experience that you will gain in the field. Let's hear from what other students that have taken our course have to say.
The course itself is challenging, but not impossible. After all, this is the start of a career. It is a new and exciting addition to anyone wanting to work in the mental health fields such as social work, psychology, or education. I love Tara and her methodology of teaching. She gave real-world advice, not just something that you can get from a book. She explained every section thoroughly, and if she did not have the perfect definition at the time, she was very helpful with quickly finding it and sending you additional sources for your question. She genuinely cared about her students. She helped me find not just one, but 2 jobs. You cannot get that anywhere else. Taking this course was honestly the best experience I've had since becoming a psychology student. All the examples of the lectures were easy to understand and brought the concepts and RBT terms into an easy perspective for me, and I'm sure everyone else. I like the half online and half in-person layout of this class. It makes it easier to schedule around school and other things. The guided notes helped a lot and made it easier for me to comprehend the material.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to take this time to explain my personal experience with Apple Tree Connection. I had a wonderful experience and I was so lucky to have that experience because I'm a UCF student and majoring in psychology and minoring in human services. And UCF doesn't really have a lot of information for psychology majors. So when I found about the RBT training program, I jumped right on that train and I now have a full-time job in my major. I am an RBT at Advanced Behavior and Learning, and I love it. I have a full case load. I have 8 kiddos that I work with, and it's just constantly gaining me experience in my field, and it was just a wonderful experience. I'm so lucky to have found it, to have found Tara, and I hope everyone else has a positive experience as I do. Thank you.
The Apple Tree Connection was incredibly helpful in providing me with the necessary skills and knowledge to pass both the course's own final exam, which counts for the 40-hour training that you have to complete to become an RBT, as well as successfully completing the competency assessment with one of the employee partners that the Apple Tree Connection connected me with. I also was able to successfully pass the board exam and am now considered to be officially certified as a registered behavior technician. And I'm also on my way to beginning a job as a registered behavior technician. So I am incredibly thankful to the Apple Tree Connection for helping me find this new path, and I'm thankful to have found something within the field of psychology that I'm able to do even with just my bachelor's degree. So thank you again to Tara and Cassiera for showing me this wonderful new career, and I'm so excited to get started.
The Apple Tree Connection and their RBT training course have done so much for me. I was able to get into an internship through their employee partners, and I'm currently working as an RBT on 5 different teams. The best part about their course is that they give you the tools you need to succeed, and then some.
The Apple Tree Connection RBT training course costs less than a 3-credit college course. It's an 8-week hybrid course and finishes before your semester ends. We have weekly class meetings either in person or via live stream. It leads to paid experience in the field in as little as 14 weeks. Apple Tree has employer partners with access to internships and jobs. Becoming an RBT can help guide your grad school focus. And again, we're now partnered with the University of Central Florida Continuing Education. For more information and to register, check out the University of Central Florida's Continuing Education page at www.ce.ucf.edu/program/RBT.